We're going to head now to a news conference for that home explosion in Centreville, Virginia. Officials are now just giving us the latest information. Let's listen in right now.
One resident did escape with minor non-life-threatening injuries, was transported to a local hospital and has since been released. There was one other neighbor in the area that sustained minor injuries, also non-life-threatening, and has also been released. Units immediately started suppression efforts, sounded a second alarm, bringing more than 75 firefighters to the scene, put a quick knock on the fire, extinguished the main fire building, as well extinguished any further damage to the neighboring structure. Shortly after the fire was extinguished, crews moved in and transitioned to what we call a rapid evacuation, transitioning to a hazmat incident. Throughout the incident, there was reports from our crew members as well as residents of the area of the odor of natural gas. We had 21 calls at the same time for the same incident, either a smell of gas in the area or a house explosion, all at the same time coming into our 911 center. Crews continue to mop up the fire at the fire building while canvassing the area, taking readings with atmospheric monitors to ensure that natural gas in the area was not reaching a lower explosive limit. Residents were evacuated from initially 21 homes and now exceeding 51 homes in the nearby community. Those residents found shelter elsewhere, and we've been able to assist some of them throughout the hours since then and retrieving anything that's important or on an emergency basis, medication and so on and so forth. We continue to monitor all the structures involved and in the area. We currently have minor readings in the structures near the original fire unit, and crews go in there. They have access working with the homeowners and are doing natural ventilation to ensure that the levels of gas in or near those structures remain below the lower explosive limit. We're working in partnership with Washington Gas. Every hour, Washington Gas takes readings on the exterior of the homes, manhole covers, as well as many test holes they've dug in and around the exterior of the property. Our crews enter the property and take readings throughout the structures to ensure those levels stay low. We're maintaining a reading of 300 or 400 at the highest, 300 or 400 parts per million of natural gas in those residences closest to the original unit. To put it in perspective, the lower explosive limit, where the natural gas concentration is enough to ignite, is 50,000 parts per million. Again, right now we're trending 300 or 400 parts per million in the houses with the highest concentration. We're working hand in hand with Department of Emergency Management from Fairfax County, as well as both Williams Pipeline and Washington Gas, not only in the mitigation of this incident, but also the investigation. NTSB has assumed full investigative authority of this incident, and we're working to support all of their efforts. Department of Emergency Management has identified the streets affected by the evacuation. That includes Belle Plains Drive, Buggy Whip Drive, and Quail Pond Court. Many of these homes were evacuated last night, and they continue to be inaccessible to the residents at this point in time. That's not just for safety, but also precaution just in case the gas migrates to a larger area. In cooperation with Fairfax County Police Department, we've cordoned off the area in a wide perimeter to limit access both vehicular and pedestrian. That not only maintains the safety of the community, but that also ensures that we have access for not only fire department vehicles to come in and continue this recon and investigative mode, but also incident response should there be any significant emergency incidents. Residents who need to retrieve essential items from their homes and are currently evacuated from the 51 I outlined earlier. And this will all be transmitted through an emergency blog put on by Department of Emergency Management in Fairfax County, as well as pushed out via text message. That citizens and community members can sign up for those text messages by texting FF, that's Frank X-ray incident, to 888-777. Again, that's FFX incident at 888-777, and they'll get this following information as well. Residents who need to retrieve essential emergency items can report to 5101 Sequoia Farms Drive in Centreville, Virginia, between the hours of 5 p.m. and 6:30 p.m. this evening. At that parking lot location, Fairfax County Fire Rescue Department personnel, as well as other county agencies, will assist by escorting the residents back to their occupancies, maintaining safety by taking readings and ensuring that they're safe while they retrieve whatever is emergent to them. Anybody who wishes to take advantage of this opportunity needs to have a valid ID in order to get into their residence. If for some reason that ID resides in the residence, the crews that are assisting them can retrieve the ID and verify occupancy. The evacuated homes will not be accessible without a Fire and Rescue Department escort. And because the homes remain accessible by the Fire and Rescue Department, Fairfax County Police Department is having an increased presence in the area to ensure that people's belongings and residents are maintained safe. Supervisor Kathy Smith from the Solid District has been out here for hours surveying the area, ensuring that all of her constituents are taken care of. And we ask that all residents contact their homeowner's insurance or renter's insurance to ask about displacement or loss of use coverage outlined, and to help cover expenses such as hotel stays, meals, and other related costs. We have representatives from both Williams Pipeline and Washington Gas on scene, as well as NTSB, Virginia State Corporation Commission, and utility oversight, as well as the Fairfax County Police Department. That's what I have for you now. What do you have for me?
Chief, where did this gas leak start?
So I'd say the gas leak started in the area of the dispatch address, which is the 14,000 block of Quail Pond Court. People in the area smelled gas both inside and outside their residences.
And did the gas leak cause the home explosion?
That is under investigation.
The gas leak from Washington Gas?
Sorry, one second.
Is it clear yet which transmission line it leaked from?
I can say that there are 4 gas lines in the vicinity, and we're narrowing them down one by one.
So 4, not 3.
There's 3 going in one direction and 1 crossing them. So there's 3 in the easement and 1 that runs across, owned by different entities.
And has any of them, you said you're narrowing them down one by one, have you narrowed any of them yet, or there's still
So the lines are well above 10 feet below grade. So they have to dig and shore up the soil, get to the line, expose it, and then there's a procedure that is way more complex than any of us care to understand as far as testing the lines for leaks. Sir.
Prior to this incident, can you say just how many calls the smell of odor and was Washington Gas already here at scene whenever the house was opened?
I can say, without extremely detailed information, that we had 21 calls for this incident, whether it was a house explosion, smell of gas, house fire, 21 calls at the same time coming into Fairfax County's 911 center.
How early did those initial calls starting to smell of gas come in?
Just prior to 10 p.m. last night.
Chief, you had mentioned that there were 4 gas lines near the home and they're owned by several different people. Who are they?
It's 2 entities that have ownership of the lines. That's Washington Gas and Williams Pipeline.
Talk about the role that NTSB is playing and why that agency is taking over the lead on this.
Yeah, pipeline safety is under the purview of NTSB, and they have the full investigative authority. So then we, as well as every other agency and entity here, will support them in taking that investigation. Our fire marshal's office is here to support them while regulating and maintaining.
Well, very disruptive for those people that live in that Centreville community, and at least it happened just before 10 last night. More than 50 homes had to be evacuated as a precaution. No serious injuries. A couple of people did sustain minor injuries, but there's really no telling when this situation is going to be resolved.
Yeah, and our Ben Dennis is there at the scene getting some more answers to your questions. You'll have more in a report later this evening, but we do know there were 21 calls for smell of gas in the area. The NTSB is investigating. There is an area, if you do live in one of the homes that has been impacted, where you can get your items, be escorted by fire officials to go get your items. That's happening this evening, so be sure to look out for that. But you know, in this area, fire officials definitely take gas lines explosions seriously, because back in 2016 in Silver Spring, there was a deadly explosion at an apartment building known as the Flower Branch Apartments, where 7 people were killed. Ever since then, all the fire departments in this area has really taken this very seriously.
And, you know, I can talk about some of the essential items. The first thing that comes to mind, especially those of us who are older, are the medications.
Yeah.
And of course, you know, if you need to, you can always get them refilled. But still, you know, when you get escorted by the fire departments, they're going to have their monitoring devices as well to monitor any gas levels in the area.
Yeah, they're monitoring those gas levels, trying to get them back to normal. We know they're looking at 4 lines. They're owned by different entities, they claim.